Okay, if you live in Texas, you've definitely heard the name Fort Hood. But do you know what all goes on here? Let's take a behind-the-scenes look. Okay, now we're here in the training center. Tell me a little bit about this simulator that we're going to be working with.
Okay, so the simulator is simulating the M2A3 Bradley platform. So what we do is we come in here, this is basically a real-life trainer before we do the actual real-life training. So that has all the capabilities of what an actual M2A3 would do, including not only to see inside, but also to see outside now as well.
Okay, and why is it important to have the simulator to be able to practice in?
So for us as training, it is very important to just continue that training. We can't always get field time, so it's nice to come in here, in the AC as well, and actually be able to train as we fight.
Okay, well, let's get geared up.
All right. So we'll take this.
Okay.
And just this goes over your head, and then this is the adjuster. So it kind of gives you like that 3D effect, the 3D view of what we see, like when we're just maneuvering, when we're not actually shooting anything, kind of just getting to our next objective.
Okay, now we're at one of the Bradley live fire ranges, so tell me a little bit about this Bradley behind us.
So this is an M2A4 Bradley fighting vehicle. It's designed to transport infantrymen on the battlefield, as well as provide lethality for commanders to use in whatever our nation calls us to do.
And what kind of training do you do in these vehicles here at Fort Hood?
So we do anything from crew drills, individual drills. We also have simulator trainings that represent everything that we can do inside of this Bradley. And then we also have the live ranges where we actually get to engage targets downrange and get instant feedback and have AARs to check the status of how we did.
We've had an exciting day here at Fort Hood, so tell me a little bit about how many soldiers are here and what you guys really specialize in.
So in Fort Hood, Texas, we have over 35,000 soldiers. We are a part of the entire Corps, 3 Armored Corps, 89,000 soldiers across 5 installations. And we like to claim the largest Army base in the Army. When you combine families and Army civilians, we are 68,000 on Fort Hood, basically a medium-sized town anywhere across America. And I think one of the things that we really, are passionate and specialize in is anything armor. So if it has armor, it's M2A4 Bradley fighting vehicle. It has tracks. That's what we're known for. We have hundreds of these Bradleys here. We have hundreds of tanks.
And I feel like Texas is the perfect spot to house all these armored vehicles. What makes this location so ideal for you guys?
So Fort Hood initially was Camp Hood. Started back in 1942. So World War II, U.S. Army needed a lot of land in different places to train tanks and tank destroyer battalions. So the U.S. Army found this amazing piece of land here, wide, open, hills on the side, and where you could maneuver tanks, you can drive tanks, you can engage targets several kilometers out, and we've maintained that to this present day.
And I feel like when you think Army, you don't necessarily think like helicopters or anything in the aviation field, but we rode on one of your Blackhawks this morning. Tell me a little bit about that aircraft and what it's used for.
So this morning you are flying on a UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter. So there's a crew of 4, pilot, co-pilot, 2 crew chiefs on the side, and you can put up to 11 individuals or soldiers like in the back. You can also attach equipment underneath, so you can sling load equipment from place to place. So majority of Army formations, technically every Army division has an aviation brigade.
Okay, this was such a fun experience. We've gotten to see so much here at Fort Hood, but if you want to find out more about Fort Hood and all the operations that they have here on base, just head to our website, cw33.com.